hesitation. Let the word define our life in Him. We will win. Victorious is who we are. Let's get productive in every aspect of our life. No hesitation. Let the word define our life in Him. We will win. Victorious is who we are. Let's get productive.
God bless you. I want y'all to remember that Jesus is a refuge.
Let the word define our life in Him.
2 Kings 8. Let's begin reading at verse 1. Let's finish or conclude at verse number 6. Let's listen carefully to the story. Then Elisha spoke to the woman whose son he had restored to life. Many of us are familiar with this story when the boy died and Elisha resurrected the child back. And so here's his mother that he's speaking to. And he says to the woman, arise and go, you and your household. Stay wherever you can, for the Lord has called for a famine. And furthermore, it will come upon the land for 7 years. So the woman arose and did according to the saying of the man of God. And she went with her household or her family and dwelt in the land of the Philistines 7 years. How many years did the man of God say the famine would last? He said it will come upon the land for 7 years. Get out of this place. Stay wherever you can. The Lord has called for a famine. It will be in the land for 7 years. So the woman arose and did according to the saying of the man of God. She went with her household or her family and dwelt in the land of the Philistines. Notice, not 5 years, not 6 years. She didn't stay 8 years. She stayed 7 years. And it came to pass at the end of 7 years that the woman returned to the land, that the woman returned from the land, of the Philistines. She went to make an appeal to the king for her house and for her land. She's standing for her family. Not sure where the husband is at this point, but she's standing for her family and she's making an appeal to the king. Remember, because when she left obeying the prophet, she left her land. She left what she owned and so forth. Then the king talked with Gehazi. Remember, this used to be Elisha's servant, the servant of the man of God, saying, this is the king talking to him, tell me, please, all the great things Elisha has done. Now it happened as he was telling the king how he had restored the dead to life, that there was the woman whose son he had restored to life, appealing the king for her house and for her land. And Gehazi said, my lord, O king, this is the woman. Some of y'all ain't even happy. This doesn't happen if she stay 8 years. This doesn't happen if she returns in 5 years. See, one word you'll never find that is directed to God is coincident. You'll never find it. Now the world works on coincidences, luck, and things just happening. But those who know God know that whatever God does, he always knows what he's doing. He knows how, he knows how to work on one end while working on the other end. So when he brings it together, you better hear me, it's perfect timing. I said it's perfect timing. It's the right time. It's not too early. It's not too late. You got to go and you got to return when I say return. And Gehazi says, look, y'all know how I take my time. Because I try to want the text to come alive. When I read the Bible, I try to just act like I'm somewhere standing there and I'm listening. I'm actually seeing this happen. Now it happened, verse 5, that he was telling the king how he had restored the dead to life. Remember, the king wanted to hear the stories of Elijah, the miracles, how God was moving through him. And so Gehazi telling him, yeah, he done brought the dead back to life. Miracles are happening. But see, another one is on the way. See, I'll get in this text. I'll come where y'all at. I know how to hear Rhema and connect it. See, he talking to the king about the miracles that has already happened. But God is saying another one is on the way. I done a miracle by getting you out of here. I did a miracle by sustaining you for 7 years. But another one, see, that show you God talking to you. You just got to believe. That there was a woman whose son he had restored to life, appealing the king for her house or for her family, for her land. Gehazi said, my lord, O king, this is the woman. And this is her son, whom Elisha restored to life. When the king asked the woman, she told him. She told him how it happened. She told him everything. Sound like the one with the issue of blood. After she got their healing and Jesus recognized that you touched me. The Bible says she told him everything. She told him everything. So the king appointed a certain officer for her, saying, restore all. Another one on the way. Another one on the way. Look, restore all that was hers. Give her back everything she lost. Whatever she left, return it back to her. Somebody gonna get back something you lost. Because another one is on the way. You thought it was over with, but God is saying it's not over. Restore, notice the word in carefully, all. Restore all that were hers. Let me show you that it's a miracle. Let me show you God is in it. And all the proceeds of the field from the day that she left the land until now, go back 7 years and pay her in full. Go back 7 years, and whoever owned it, every profit they made off of it, give it to her. That not only means God was working for her when she was in the land of the Philistine, but on the other end, everything people were doing to profit off of the land, in actuality, they were working for her. But it all started with Elisha saying, a famine is coming. Take your family, get out of the land. For 7 years. Go wherever, but don't stay here. Get up now and go. When 7 years are completed, you can come back here. Who doesn't understand arise and go? Who doesn't understand get out of this place? Can you count? For 7 years. This is what the prophet told the woman in reference to her and her family. Based upon all that I've said, and I've said a lot, my subject this morning is simple instructions for the family. Simple instructions for the family. Simple instructions for the family. This is what the family needs to do. And let's give God a praise for the text and the subject. Simple instructions for the family. Two things I want you to receive for simple. Number one, that which is not hard to understand. One thing I love about God is that when he gives instructions, whether they are directly or indirectly, they are never hard to understand. You think about some of the instructions that God gave you. He never made it hard for you to understand. Number two, this word simple means that the instructions are going to be plain or uncomplicated. It's nothing like a person giving you instructions, yet they are making the instructions too complicated. Come on, I wonder if anybody besides me ever been what we call lost or not in the right place, and so you pulled over somewhere and you asked somebody. You know you were close. Come on, y'all. You know you in the vicinity. You know it's one or two turns. We're not far. Have you ever had somebody to give you instructions and you want to pull off while they talking? Because once they started opening their mouth, everything they were saying was just so complicated. And they still going on repeating themselves and giving you no landmarks. Come on, I've been there. But it's nothing like a person who can tell you landmarks, what you're going to see. If you should see this, you've gone too far. And when they're giving you the instruction, you feel confident that I'm going to make my destination. Unlike the person who has no business giving anybody any kind of instructions for any reason whatsoever. And then folks will give you them complicated instructions. In the end, you're like, well, I mean, what will it be? Well, I'm just telling you, it's now, I ain't from here. That would have been something good to tell me. I've been out of town and people ask me like, hey, sir, is sunshine? I say, I ain't from here. I'm trying to find my way too. We navigating as well. But remember this about God. His instructions are not hard to understand. He's going to make them plain. Even the word talks about how the word needs to be so plain that even a wayfaring fool will not be misled or go in the wrong direction. God wants his word plain. God wants his instructions plain. He don't want to complicate things, because whenever God is instructing, it's always important. His instructions are always essential. Are y'all with me? Now, when it comes to divine instructions are sent to do many things. I only want to mention three. When God is giving, when he is releasing divine instructions, though they are simple, never look down on what is simple. Because something can be simple, yet it can have profound results for the one who applies, come on church, what is simple. Some of us look down on things that are simple. And we actually want things to be complicated. See, I don't even want to listen to a preacher who his teaching or preaching is above my head. No, make it plain so I'll understand when I leave the church what I need to do, and let me know what I don't need to do. Let me know the rewards of obedience, but let me know there's punishment if I decide to disobey. Preach it, pastor, or do it my way. Make it plain, pastor. Y'all don't want me up here trying to show out with my vocabulary, and 99% of you don't know the words that I'm speaking. Watch me, and neither do I. Ain't nothing like catching somebody using big words on you. I'll do it now. So don't pull that on me. I'll let you know I don't know, and I ask you what that word means. It got something to do. Don't use it no more. You don't know. Calm down. Calm down. You still gonna be just as smart. Calm down. How many know doctors are bad about that? If there's a doctor in the house, don't be like that, doctor. If a doctor, listen, don't be like that. Doctors are bad about that. Break that down. What is the hemoglobin? Sometimes doctors use words like, what is that? Oh, that's your knee. Man, why don't you say knee? I ain't been to school for this. And some of you don't care. Your doctor talking to you, you don't know what they talking. You just, yeah, okay. I will ask. You hear me? I don't know what that means. What are you saying? If instructions come that are important and you don't understand, don't leave the instructor. Come on. If somebody gives you important instructions and you don't understand, don't leave the instructor without saying something that makes the instructions clearer. But see, you don't have to worry about that with God. Do you hear me? You don't have to worry about that with someone whom God is using to speak on his behalf. This is one of the quickest ways you know a prophet from a false prophet. A true prophetess from a false prophetess. God don't bring prophets who are speaking in codes and nobody know what the world you talking about. Because I had a dream. What? It was about you. What God showed you? It was, you know, you were standing somewhere and some green gremlins were after you, Pastor, and they were coming down and they had got a hold to you, Pastor, and then some other yellow gremlins came. And I was like, are you in the earth? God don't do that. God ain't gonna come to you with no major prophecy that you don't understand in the line at Food Depot. You trying to pay for your food, somebody behind you trying to prophesy based on the dress you got on, what's about to happen in your, look, can I pay for these groceries? If you want to help, pay for this. It does three things. I'm trying to tell you that because there are folk in church, they like stuff like that. I don't. It needs to be plain. It needs to be uncomplicated. Come on, somebody. And not hard to understand. Divine instruction, there are three things that I want to mention. Number one, it prospers or it blesses the one who receives or obeys. Divine instruction will always prosper or bless the one who receives or obeys. Number two, following out or obeying divine instruction will improve or better a person's life or situation. Anytime God gives me divine instructions, if I carry out those instructions, it is going to improve or better my life or my situation. Whatever instructions he gave that he tailored to a situation or something that he knows I'm battling or going through, then if I obey the instruction, eventually it will improve or better the situation. How many can say amen to that? Because you in time past have obeyed simple instructions and things did not start to turn around immediately. But the more you kept doing the simple thing that God told you to do, you noticed that things were getting better. Come on, somebody. You ought to give God a praise for that. See, everything won't turn as fast as we desire it to, because God knows how to turn something so that at the time he's turning it, we are also learning in the midst of it. And so God will start a process that may look slow, but you better hold on, because before it's all said and done, come on, you are going to be better. Come on, somebody. You are going to improve. Your situation will improve. Do you know you can start off obeying divine instruction and go from something being bad to being worse, but just hold on. Come on, I wish you preached that to somebody. Just hold on. Come on, tell somebody, just hold on. You just hold on. Point to a person, tell, you better hold on. It may change for the worse, but you better hold on. We're in a season of being dogged. Don't you give up. Your breakthrough is tied to those instructions. And then finally, divine instructions will restore or repair. God often sends divine instructions, you better hear me carefully, because of what we have ruined or messed up. If you've ever messed anything up and asked God for some help, get ready, whether it be directly or indirectly, for some instructions that are designed, did y'all hear me, to repair or restore what I messed up. Amen. Somebody there this morning, God been speaking to you throughout this service, because there are some things you messed up. There are some things that are happening because of your decisions or your lack of decisions. And if it's going to be restored, think about one thing that represents restoration or repair: healing. Healing. Sometimes our bodies are sick because of what we do to them. Oh, you weren't expecting that. Sometimes our bodies are not functioning on the level that we need them to function on because of something we've done. Something that you're doing. Come on. Pastor, I'm having trouble breathing. Maybe your cholesterol. Come on. Ooh. Clogged up arteries. Fat back. Pork chop, pig feet. Come on. Hog maws. Chitterlings. You doing it. Oh, y'all don't like that. You doing it. Somebody smile, nigga, they got some pig feet waiting on. You know what they say in the reference to the pig feet? I would not receive that. But then God starts sending instructions that tell us stop eating certain things. That ain't gonna be hard when God tell you don't eat that. Even though you at break and somebody across from you is eating exactly what God told you don't eat. Was his instructions too hard? Come on, if he tell you don't eat no more pork chop, do you not know what a pork chop is? It ain't like you gonna go out there and say, Lord, I didn't know there was no pork chop. Not if you cooked it. I'll tell you, instructions can get so to the point to where, yeah, they simple, but I'm saying you out to eat, and you, because of the instruction God is giving you, you have to really look at the menu closer than what another person does, because there are certain things God told you not to eat, so you want to make sure, is that in there? And they say, oh yeah, that come with that. Can you cook that without that? No, that's already bad. Okay, well, I don't want that. Let me change my choices. Or they say, yeah, I can take that out. Well, okay, take that out. One thing church folk don't like you talk about what they eat. I'm telling you, folk want you to leave them alone with how they eat. Eating yourself sick, Pastor, let me do it. It's my life, Pastor. Amen. But often, don't miss that as I move forward. Often, divine instructions come to restore, to repair. If a family is in trouble, if relationships need repairing, if a relationship needs restoring, needs healing, then often God is sending divine instruction. And a lot of times he's sending them like this. This is how you are to treat one another. This is why you need to always respect one another. See, one thing about a family, as children grow up in a house, parents, older children, you can no longer treat them like they are toddlers. You have to give them respect that they are now adults, but young. Come on. And so a parent and a child have to arrive at some type of understanding that we need to respect each other. Come on. Not only do you respect me because it's my house, but I got to show you a certain level of respect as being a grown person. Nothing worse in a house where people think it's okay to disrespect each other. It's not. It's not. Let me move forward. If you're taking notes, when we look at 2 Kings 8, it is a blessing to be connected to a true, legit, or bona fide prophet, a man of God. It is a blessing to be connected, did y'all hear me, to a legit, true, or bona fide prophet. And when you know you have such a connection, are y'all listening, church? You don't let anything or anybody disconnect you from your prophet, from your God-sent pastor, the one who you know God speaks through pastor. Not pastor only, but he certainly talks to me through my man of God. Come on, some of y'all didn't clap, you didn't move. Do you know how important that is? It was because of her relationship she built with Elisha that she understood when he spoke, she knew on behalf of whom he was speaking for. See, saints, when you've been in church long enough, you have to be able to discern a false prophet from a true prophet. And that's when you can't listen to everybody who say they go to church. I go to church like you do. Yeah, but God bless you.
The vision of a place of refuge is to make people productive in every aspect of life. Thank you for your past, present, and future support for our ministry. Do you want to know more about our ministry? We invite you to visit our church website or call our church office at 770-252-3855. If this broadcast has been a blessing to you, we ask that you would share it with a family member, friend, or a coworker. Thank you for joining us, and remember that Jesus is a refuge.